Greetings and salutations, everyone. How are you? Did you know recently it was Endangered Species Day? A time to reflect on creatures at risk, both large and small? It was. One of the creatures that did not make the list, in our opinion, is the Sasquatch. Why, you ask? Because if you go on social media, there are thousands of sightings, testimonials, blurry pictures, distant videos, and people claiming their connection to the creatures. We've not had that experience to date. One day we hope to have that profound experience like so many claim they have had. In the meantime, there's travel restrictions in our province, British Columbia, so we stay close to home. We travel on Forest Service roads for the most part, and there's a competition going on. Those that race their trucks up these roads at breakneck speeds, creating potential calamities. They stop, they shoot at targets, and sometimes those targets include signs, innocent signs, like this one. Why do that? Because they're idiots. It's plain and simple. But this is not about that. It is the new season of Monster of the Woods, which is all about the Sasquatch, where we take you to places you may never get to, like this one, where the forest giants could be present. Yes, really. And we're grateful you could join us. Very grateful. Time well spent. Thank you. Are you ready to go? I thought so. Let's go. Our first location is 463. It is upcountry, and we filmed this prior to the travel restrictions. It is 500 acres plus, a privately owned land, and the landowner has said for the last 20 years he's seen these shadowy figures in the distance, standing perfectly still. He didn't say the Sasquatch was on his land. When he contacted us, he said, "Maybe you can solve this incredible mystery." And we are absolutely grateful he contacted us. We are discreet, low-key, and respect his privacy above all. Now, this is grizzly territory, and it may be a little early for them to be up and about, but nobody wants to be dinner or attacked by a grumpy bear. So we move with caution. We spent 5 hours here looking for evidence of anything out of the ordinary. Nothing so far. Now, the landowner has been here 65 years. He knows a thing or two about bears and other wildlife on his land. When he tells us he first saw a figure standing in the distance, it was unnerving. That's his words. He called out. It did not move. He did. He left the area, coming back with a rifle. Nothing. Now, for the past quite a few years, he's seen these things in the distance, humanoid, large, husky, perfectly still. He's never seen them move, and he knows he is not looking at a stump. They're living creatures. He does not know what they are. He is not saying they are Sasquatch. He's saying it's very, very odd. We think so too. That's why we're here. With foresight in mind, we made arrangements with the landowner to return here. So this is the plan. First, the early part of summer, the middle of summer, the end of summer, early fall, late fall, and early winter before the big snow. That's the plan. Now, some of you have said we will never see the Sasquatch because we pack too much hardware, gadgets, electronics. You may be right, except we have done these explorations without any technology. Still nothing. For those people that go out there and just see a Sasquatch, but don't have a picture, or those that see a Sasquatch and the picture is blurry, I don't know. What can I tell you? Friends, you know as well as I do, some of the tales related to Sasquatch are tall tales. They are taller than the trees you see here. They are taller than the trees in the ancient rainforests of British Columbia. Now, why do people tell tall tales? I'm not going to even address that. They're just tall tales. For those that are telling the truth, they're not as exciting. Their experiences are deeply personal, and so many people will never share their experience with you, or with I, or with the public. The mystery continues. It's fantastic. North of Harrison Mills, public land, or as some refer to it as, Crown land, more like unceded territory of the First Nations, an area known for Sasquatch sightings and encounters over the last 50 years. Active logging is taking place here, so driving on these roads, you must take great care, use caution, do not speed, and keep your eyes open. There are many sounds in the forest most would not recognize, and here's a soundbite for you from a grouse. We are checking out a deactivated logging road where people have claimed hearing howling. Now, maybe they heard that grouse you heard earlier. Then again, maybe it was something else, something far more intriguing. Could be the forest giant saying, "Go away." Some of you may remember the contest we held where a lucky couple won the opportunity to travel with us. This is one of the areas we took them to. Sadly, most of the time they spent bickering and arguing about who's doing what to each other. It was a disaster, something we will never do again. Anywho, moving on, this area is definitely fantastic. It's early enough, there's no real bug activity, and the vistas are spectacular. This location is 172. It's just past Harrison Village and before Sasquatch Provincial Park, considered by many to be a hotspot of Sasquatch activity. On this exceptional day, our exploration will be about 4.5 to 5 hours. Just up the road from us is Sasquatch Provincial Park, and since we're in the area, we decide to take a drive up to Hicks Lake. This area, of course, is famous for Sasquatch sightings, hence the name, Sasquatch Provincial Park. Now, many people that come here have a high expectation they're going to see the creatures. Simply not true. They do hear things and attribute it to the Sasquatch, but most of the time, it's just something else very natural, and not the Bigfoot. It's a great area, and I recommend if you're up in these parts, go check out Sasquatch Provincial Park, Hicks Lake too. It truly is awesome, to use a cliche. As this episode draws to a close, we are reminded what a powerful healing force nature can be. Patience is a virtue. We live in very strange times right now. Things will get better. Elevate yourself by going into nature. Just be safe while doing it. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot. Until next time, we remind you, eyes open, cameras ready, over and out.